guys, and welcome to the hottest radio show in Plano, Texas, Misinformed, with yours truly, Missy Lou. Howdy ho, howdy hey. We're coming from Studio USA today.
What?
And I've got a full panel of some fun people that have got a lot to say that's going to make your Friday more better. So let's just go down and do a little introduction so we can, see what we're working with this morning. Hey, hot stuff.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, baby. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Nikki, who are you?
Well, you know me. I'm Nikki Chrysler with UTB Title. So,
And UTB Title, can you just tell me just a little bit about them? Who are you guys?
so we are a residential and commercial title company located in Dallas off of Preston and 635, and we're in conjunction with United Texas Bank.
Hot dog. So that means you've got a little muscle behind you.
We got a whole lot of muscle behind us.
How long y'all been up and running?
We have been up and running for a total of 5 years altogether.
Groovy.
And I just celebrated my 1-year anniversary there this week. So,
Congratulations.
yeah, love
Speaking
that.
of birthdays, we're gonna sing happy birthday later. Not to you, but to somebody.
early.
to somebody else. Let's take it on down there. Hey, Ed.
Hey, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning. You know you're on the show because you have a good voice, and I really like your hair.
Well.
Voice for radio.
You know what? I'm listening to myself, and yeah, I do have a good voice.
Yeah.
Hello.
Tell us what you do, sir.
Well, I'm Ed Rivas. I'm the owner of Epoxy Floors by CSI. We do build and beautify concrete. So we do concrete, patios, driveways, whatever you need in concrete. But we also make them beautiful, like with either epoxy, so we can do decorative concrete, overlays, pool decks, all that.
So you just make it extra. You're just giving more,
Beautify.
a nicer product than your average concrete guy.
That's exactly what we do. I mean, we make it and we also renovate it. Like if you have an ugly stained concrete, we can take care of making sure that will be nice for you.
What do you do if I hire you on and you come to do, let's say you pour a patio in my backyard and you can tell that the ground is a little lumpy and I'm like, don't touch it. Leave it like that and just pour over it because, maybe there's a few dead bodies in there. Are you going to alert the police or are you just going to pour for me?
Depends. we can talk about that amount.
You're not supposed to tell them before you go.
Immediately try to incriminate him on a radio show.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kidding.
Can we do the blue sparklies as well? Like the blue with the sparkle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, please.
You got to have the metal flake in the floor.
Metal flake,
There are, I will say, unlimited options that you can do on colors because, typically you see, like, the people that do epoxy, they show you the typical colors, the daily colors. I do the same, but if you want something special,
Oh, I need extra.
I can like do your own color combinations as you like it.
Speaking of special, we've got my special boy here in the very end. Good morning, Mike.
Why, thank you. Hello, good morning, everybody.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Do you know where you are?
No, where am I?
You're
Where-
Misinformed, and I see your hat says something different. Can you tell us about your hat?
Oh, it's a shout out to the Ticket radio station, KTCK. It is their 30th birthday today, or this week. It's their 30th anniversary. And I got my start talking and being a Yuck Monkey by listening to Yuck Monkeys on the Ticket. I was a promo guy way back in the day, 99 to 02. And so I can't wait to go to the 30th anniversary tonight at House of Blues.
Oh, gosh, that's
30
exciting.
I'm dressed
years.
early. Yeah, I know, right?
Well, I want to sing him happy birthday.
Feliz cumpleaños a ti.
Eso.
Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a Ticket.
Ticket.
96.7, 104.5.
Please give us free stuff.
Yeah,
We're not
we
as
wanna
good
go.
as you.
Yeah. Thank you. Shout outs.
I think we
Fantastic.
nailed it.
We did.
We're pretty much famous now.
We should start putting a band together.
You're,
Right?
Yeah, why
Yeah.
not? Hey,
Rick on the guitar. Absolutely.
you know what you can do with his acrylic nails? Dolly Parton taught me how to do it. Do this.
Oh, yeah. Play the nails.
To the
there you go.
I
On the
don't think
thing.
I can do that.
Yeah, I
Everybody
can't
loves
either.
Dolly,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
she just had a birthday too. Just saying.
61, right?
Phenomenal.
It's
at the
none of your
Super Bowl.
business how old she is, first
Or
off. And if anybody else
Thanksgiving.
has anything else to say about it, she told me to hit you.
61.
Stop it.
I'm sorry.
She's 29.
You too.
Now, Speaking of getting mad, the city of Dallas is kind of ticking us off lately.
Yes, the city of Dallas has been great as of late. So the city of Dallas has this land transfer program, everyone. This land transfer program that basically they are picking up lots and areas in the city that need rejuvenation. Rejuvenation? Yeah.
That's a word.
It's a word. Yeah. And they are rehabbing and building new residential single-family residence on them. And they are hand-picking not your big builders, but your smaller builders that are looking for business. And these builders are using grants from the city to develop these properties. And then the goal is for these hand-picked builders to finish and complete these homes to flip them for lower-income families in the city of Dallas, Dallas residents. So the city of Dallas has this whole plan laid out. But what is happening is that the city of Dallas is implementing their own income restrictions onto the residents. So I may have someone approved, and I have them approved at a below AMI, area median income. So Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, they have area median incomes, which shows basically whether you can apply for first-time homebuyer assistance programs, whatnot. Anyways, so the city of Dallas is looking at that AMI that Fannie and Freddie set, and they're saying LOL, and they're saying we want it to be lower. And not only are they putting a lower income cap on there, but they are also imposing their own debt to income ratio on
Really?
them. So as a lender, we have a DTI, a debt to income ratio. You can't afford a mortgage if it's over a certain percentage of your income. Well, the city of Dallas says we want even a lower risk, and we're going to set our own caps on debt to income as well. So not only can you have to make less than $63,000, but you can also basically, without going into math that is hard to explain without a whiteboard, if you have any student loans or if you have any credit cards or if you have a vehicle on your credit, you do not qualify for these houses. So what's happening is a bottleneck of all these houses nearing completion or being completed, and nobody can buy them because the city of Dallas has these crazy strict restrictions.
Who are they targeting to move there?
It's a person that does not exist. So I have a well-qualified borrower. She makes $65,000. She has zero debt. She just has like 3 small credit cards. She actually fits into their debt to income. Yeah, she fits right into it. What's happening though is the last part about this is they take your most recent pay stub, and if they see you're paid biweekly or if they see you're paid semi-monthly, they take your most recent pay stub and they just say, okay, we're going to multiply that by 25 or 26 times. So this woman that makes $63,000 that we can verify, in the eyes of Dallas, she almost makes $100,000 because she received a bonus. So they're assuming that bonus is going to go on. So they don't even ask for verifications of employment.
That's terrible.
They don't really calculate the income like the traditional way.
Those houses are going to sit until they change that.
Yeah. And these builders are losing money hand over fist.
Oh, and they're not big builders. They can't afford these kind of gut punches.
And the trades as well, the trades that are building. And so not only are they having the interest is accruing on their loans, not only are they accruing, their tax liability is increasing for the property just sitting there, but also they can't pay their trades, and their trades are walking away. And meanwhile, all these people that what's happening, it's a 2 underwrite process. So initially, when someone looks at the city of Dallas, who is not a licensed originator, who does not have a license, who doesn't really know what they're doing, they say, oh yeah, it looks all good. They rubber stamp it. This person's house gets complete, and then it goes through their underwriting process, and their underwriting process is not a licensed originator. They don't have a license.
Oh my God.
They don't know what they're doing either. They say, oh, they don't qualify anymore because we took this one pay stub, we multiply it by 25 times, and now this person is out of a lease. And so I went to advocate at the subcommittee on this this Monday, and it was the most comical experience I've ever seen. It's just like watching basically the city of Dallas. It's kind of like watching what's that Dunder Mifflin show, The Office.
Yeah.
The Office.
Yeah.
God.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one. But when it's our government, it's insanely scary. And
well, it's scary anyways.
Right. And what's happening is I was specifically invited to come and talk by one of the realtors of this program who's just pulling her hair out because she can't get anybody to buy these houses. And what's happening is, or what happened at the subcommittee, they briefly spoke on it. I was there for 2.5 hours. They finally called upon our section. They called a builder to talk about the scenario. He spoke his piece, so that's a whole nother can of worms that sucks for them. And then they basically just shut down the conversation and say, okay, we're going to punt this till the next quarter. And the person in charge that brought me there, like, ran down the stairs, grabs the microphone, and like, excuse me, but I don't think you're realizing the detail of how many people this is. And like, we're just going to talk about this in March. Thank you. And she, but I brought all these. We'll talk about it in March. Thank you. Like, all these council people. It's just insane. So, and we were done. So,
You know what I think? I think they probably have their own hidden agenda going on. Like, if we can get these schmucks, the builders, to build this, and then they leave, and then we have the work already done, then I can do what my own agenda is, maybe place people there that I want, that I didn't tell y'all about. I just wanted to put y'all in to do the work, and now I'm going to... There's got to be some kind of secret, like...
It could be.
Bullshit going on.
well, as these houses sit, they're just going to appreciate in value. And so you're just putting these houses that are increasing in property value out of these people's price point range.
Yeah, we're
So you built-
projected to go 20%
Yeah.
over the next year.
So you built it for these people, but now these people can't qualify. So now the city of Dallas inevitably is going to be selling these properties for a higher price point. So maybe that's your ticket where you're trying to get at. But
It's all about the money.
yeah,
Follow the money, you usually find the problem.
we're
Golly.
Just
Well,
another Dead in the Water program with the city of Dallas.
Well,
what they have those. Oh my gosh.
well, as the hostess here, I'd like to let you know that my recommendation is to go back there, but bring a carton of eggs next time.
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Yeah.
I thought about tomatoes.
Yeah, that's even better.
I am
I'll take-
going back. I will be going back in March. There is a possibility it'll get bumped up to February. I doubt it, but it's
Not getting bumped up, and you need to grab the tomatoes.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah,
Or confetti eggs.
tomatoes. You know, one time I had my brother-in-law for Christmas give me one of those, like, you know, it's like it's like a cardboard pole, and then when you open it, it has like a spring in it, and it shoots confetti, and it was glitter penises. So I mean, like, maybe order that and just send it to him.
Glitter junk.
There you go.
Glitter junk. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, if they're gonna act like one,
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Exactly. So.
Dallas, don't
Jeez.
shut us down. But seriously, clean your act up.
Yeah.
Speaking of cleaning your act up, Nikki, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but there was something we were talking about you wanted to talk about, and it sounded good, and I forgot what it was.
We were talking about how Chat GPT is being investigated
Oh,
with all the AI. Yeah. So
Oh, no.
The government is now looking into them on this because of all the ramifications with AI technology coming out. And there's 3 different companies that they have started an investigation on them with this. So it'll be interesting to see how that,
What are they
unfolds.
investigating?
They haven't really gone into it. It was on Reuters this morning. They were
Okay.
talking about it, but they're looking into, I guess, just the different technology of, like, with fraud and things like that. So it'll be, I mean, if you think about it, we teach classes on how you can change everything, and they have all the deep fake videos and stuff. So I'm sure all of that's going to got to come to an end at some point,
More
or
regulation.
some kind of regulation for it.
Man,
yeah.
every time I think about AI, I remember like Terminator and all that, and I was like, oh, jeez.
Machines are coming.
I love advancing in technology and everything, but it's scary.
Yeah, it's very scary.
I believe Elon Musk tweeted out that it is inevitable that a machine will build a machine, and so I guess we're just all screwed
No.
at that point.
Oh, no. What if I'm a machine? Did you ever think about that? Maybe I'm
Yes.
here to eat your brains. Hmm?
You know,
First day I met you.
the problem right now is that we don't have those phone books anymore, so we can find Sarah Connor. So, and if you Google Sarah Connor, it's gonna be thousands on the internet. So,
Would she be in the
Sarah.
yellow pages or the
Completely
white
delete her.
pages? Is she a business or would she be
exactly.
a?
I don't know, like.
Lee. My thought, I like marketing and I like to create. If money wasn't an option, all I would do is create, to be very honest with y'all. And I understand, and I'm kind of like mesmerized by the whole, AI wave and the fact that we can do so much. But it also smells a danger, and I feel like the best thing to do is get a handle on it, just like with a horse. Like, I mean, you don't want the horse to tear everything up, so you want to kind of break the horse. You want to get to, learn how to manage it so that you can effectively ride it. It's the same thing with AI. We need to learn how to break it. We need to learn how to manage it so we can effectively use it. It's kind of how I feel. And I do think that there are a lot of regulations that probably should be in play. And And I don't think a lot of people like their privacy being taken advantage of. Like, I was just having a conversation with somebody last night about a product, and it was on the phone, and all of a sudden I'm seeing ads for it on my Facebook. I know that happens to all of us. And at first we were like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. But then nothing happened, and it just kept happening. But it's not just that. I see it on the TV. AI has been all around us since before we actually had it at our disposal. Like whenever you go to Netflix and it gives you shows it recommends, that's because it was reading an algorithm of shows that you were already picking. So that was AI already doing its job. Other big companies had access to this technology and they were using it on us. And it wasn't until recently that we've actually had it at our fingertips for practically free. So, I mean, I get it. It's dangerous. I really do think that we need to make sure that we're educated on it some so that it doesn't get us.
I would like to nominate MissInformed for Director of AI Regulation with the Department of U.S. AI.
Call me. You know what? Yeah, you said it to the phone, so like I should be getting something,
exactly.
getting something
Yeah.
in the mail.
But the problem with regulations is that they are the regulations and there is the people breaking the rules.
I agree.
So-
What, like the hackers? We've got people hacking. Like in title, I think that we have a lot of issues with hacking. There were 2 title companies that were just hacked this year that I know of that were major companies, and that's something that's really difficult, and it's hard to figure out how to combat that. I mean, as a title company, do you have anything to say about the hacking that went on, or what y'all do differently to prevent, or can we prevent? I mean, what do we do, Nick?
I think with everybody, you just have to use common sense and caution. Everything's
Yeah,
at
my
everyone's
buyers don't have
fingertips.
that.
Well, that's what they have us for, though.
Just kidding.
We get to
You nailed
hold their
it,
hand
Nikki.
and lead that process for them. So we make sure everything is safe, secure. Their information isn't getting out there. We protect that information for them and make sure everything's okay on their end for buyers and sellers.
Gosh,
So,
that's us. A lot of companies even have that cyber protection now. That
yeah, we encrypt our emails when we send stuff out or when we ask for information. It's all encrypted. We have to log into portals just to go to lenders
So
to
many
upload.
portals.
Well,
Yeah.
let me just say, if you're out there and you're a realtor and you get stumped by these portals because you're driving and you don't want to mess with them and things like that, take a deep breath and realize that that's there to protect you and your clients at the end of the day. Because, it's happened to me. I've been somebody that's been frustrated because I couldn't get in there because I was busy and I just wanted something quick. But after this year, I have a little bit more appreciation for it. I'm glad that y'all have those things in play to protect the buyers and sellers so that they don't accidentally wire their money to
Me.
Who knows who's?
to somebody
Years ago
in
that happened.
Russia.
I did work at a different title company where one of the escrow officers had received an email. It wasn't encrypted. It looked like it came from the seller. Oh, no. She said, oh, okay, great. Here's their wiring instructions for their proceeds. Sent it out. And then 2 days later, the seller's calling going, hey, I haven't received my money yet. And then, of course, the government gets involved and has to investigate and all of that. And she was distraught. Of course, the sellers were distraught.
yeah.
So I love that we have all of those things in place now to, combat the hacking. And
I remember another title company accidentally paying off someone's house. Not one that.
I wish they'd pay off mine.
Golly, you want to talk about
Let me
hitting
know
the
that
lottery.
company.
Oh,
I'll
man.
give them
Yeah,
a call.
paid off the house. I'm like, what do you do? Take it back? I don't think so. My house is paid off. You can kiss my butt.
I'm buying another
I'm not
crib.
reimbursing you. Like, what do you do when you accidentally pay off someone's house? Like, you're not going to get that money back. You think that lender or that who's ever's holding the mortgage is gonna be like, okay, no problem, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't worry.
right.
Let me just refund
I
that
sell
to
it back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At a
that's
higher interest rate.
No,
Yes.
but it's not just about mortgage or transferring documents. It's all the time we've been attacked. It's like just 2-3 days ago, my wife was doing something on the phone, and she said, "You think this site is legit?" It was at Dick's Sporting Goods, but then I said, "Hold on, don't click on anything." So I grab it, and it was Dick's-Sporting.co, CO instead of something. Do not buy anything there, please, because you don't know. Not necessarily that they're going to take your money, but they're going to take your information and then use something.
yeah. I just canceled my PayPal account yesterday because I kept receiving emails saying somebody was trying to change the email. I'm like, who's trying to hack my PayPal? City of Dallas got mad at me with my attitude, trying to get me. I don't know.
On the way here, I changed my user ID on my bank
Smart.
because I got an email yesterday saying somebody attempt to log into your account unsuccessfully. So I went in and changed the password, and then I got it again when I started driving. So I stopped. I didn't drive and do it, okay?
Smart man.
It's very smart.
I stopped because I read the email well from the bank. It says, change your user ID. Somebody's trying to use my user ID. So I had to stop and change my user ID because they can keep trying with my user ID
But wait, did you just receive an email telling you that?
from the bank.
Did you verify that?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, that's what we always do. You always call to verify everything verbally, even
No,
if
I
you receive
I
emails.
know the
So,
emails from the bank.
Escrow officer.
No, yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
just to make sure.
Yeah.
A lot of times when social media, because I love the social media and I manage that, I require all my clients to change passwords on their social media pages quarterly, so that because whenever we download apps, sometimes we're downloading software that inputs cookies on our computer or that will copy our stroke keys, and so it can actually get our passwords and things like that. So we really need to be changing passwords quarterly. Set a timer on your phone, change your passwords quarterly. It's a way to protect yourself. And if you have anything that is weird, anything that gets wonky, the first thing you should do is change your bank password.
And delete Temu app.
Oh my God, if y'all don't get off that team.
Or Uber Eats. Uber Eats. Every time I've used Uber Eats, my account got hacked.
Really?
Yes. Yep. So don't use Uber
That's
Eats.
funny. I don't use Uber Eats, but
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that's good stuff. That's good stuff right there.
Multiple people complain about that with Uber Eats. Yeah.
Hey, DoorDash. Call
Yeah.
us for sponsorship.
Yes.
switched to
Gotta love the DoorDash. Send us lunch today. We'll be waiting.
Thanks.
we still have some time for breakfast.
We can brunch.
We'll do
You wanna
brunch.
We'll
Yeah,
brunch.
we'll
about
brunch
it.
and have them bring. They deliver alcohol. We'll do some mimosas.
Oh.
and
Because
I
of,
didn't
because
know
of
that.
Nikki, I just
Yeah.
found out that La Madeline has egg croissant sandwiches.
So good.
Oh,
It's funny.
And
that-
they were
Thanks, Tarrant
amazing.
Roofing.
Tarrant Roofing,
funny.
yes.
Yeah, Tarrant Roofing hooked it up.
Yeah.
That was a nice little guy. He's
Yeah,
new.
Tyler
He's new.
Fitzpatrick. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Just
Shout outs
making
to
me
Tyler.
think,
Yeah, shout out
Nikki.
to Tyler.
It's really important to have great partners in the industry. Like whenever you need someone to do floors, that could really ruin the property's value if things aren't done properly, just like with a roof. So it's important that you have partners. Anybody that I bring on this show are people that I trust and that I believe not only have integrity, but I know where I can find them. So if anything was wrong, like we could go to them physically. It's not somebody that's being outsourced or a fly-by-the-night guy. Like this gentleman right here is somebody that I trust entirely because I met him at a networking event that is the top networking BNI group that I've ever been to. Can we give a shout out to that BNI group real fast?
Actually, it's phenomenal to be part of that group. It's not just about the size of the group because it's large and you have access to a lot of different people and industries, but it's well selected. So with people that would do things the right way.
And they don't just let anybody in.
No.
Yeah, they won't let you.
They really do like a FBI investigation before they let you in. Yeah.
I remember going through the process when I joined back as Capital. Like they had to interview me, and like I had to go meet with Liptastic. She was like,
Yes,
okay.
Willa. Willa. I love
Yeah.
Willa.
She was my interviewer. She had to make sure that I was good enough to get the group. I was like, man, okay, I'll buy some lipstick.
It's great lipstick too. By the way.
I haven't ever had a chance to. I was going to buy some for my guest whenever we do the dating game. And if anybody out there is watching, we're doing the dating game the second Friday in February, and we've got a very, very nice bachelor.
Chiseled.
Chiseled
might
bachelor.
say.
Very nice. And I only have one bachelorette, and I'm looking for two more. I need two more
Ladies?
bachelorettes. So if anybody out there is interested and you're like 25 to, I don't know, 30,
3?
okay. All right. Well,
yeah, Botox
25 to
works
35.
wonders these days. 25 to 35.
then we'd love to have you on. It could be a good networking opportunity, promote your business, and get some free dinners. So consider it. Call me.
I have an epoxy question.
Ooh.
So, I have a garage.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a garage full of crud versus a garage that is spotless, the owner picked up everything, can you help out in both those situations? Like, do you charge extra to take out all the stuff of their garage, or do you?
We don't touch other people's stuff.
Perfect.
We ask the customer to have the garage empty.
So my best friend, shout outs to Blake Benison at Billy Jealousy. He has a pristine, clean, ready garage. I mean, he is taking pictures, like old man pictures, like,
Okay.
because he's so happy that like this is off of his plate now that there's nothing on the ground. He doesn't even park his vehicles in there because he's that uptight because it's just so perfect in there. It's it's ready for epoxy. How do we talk this gentleman into getting epoxy floors? We offered to do the epoxy ourselves. Now, we have some friends that are some contractors. Obviously, we're not going to do as good of a job as you by any means. But how do we talk this guy into taking advantage of this naked garage?
To start with, he's not using it because he wants to keep it perfect. And what's the point to having it if you're not even touching it?
Word.
So the idea is to talk to him about, like, let's get it ready. The epoxy is not just about the view and the nice of the floor. It's about the protection that you're going to give on the floor.
Word.
We use a material on every one of our floors. On the top layer, we use a material called polyaspartic, which is like an advanced epoxy, which if you spill oil, you clean it, you don't get tire marks. So it's not just about the view, it's about the protection. So he can use his garage, not just like keeping it there to see how nice and clean it looks, but using it.
So you would say that it would be pertinent, or it would be smart of him to do this because it's going to protect his...
It's going to protect it.
Longevity.
And he
Well,
can
longevity,
use it.
right? Yeah, and he could use it, and he can do stuff on it. He could show it off. Blake, thank you.
Can I ask about pricing? Is that inappropriate? I want to know, like, I've never had epoxy done on, say, my garage floor. How much is it going to run me?
Well, they are different. It depends on the actual garage, okay? Because depends on how much work is needed. The floor is not just coming and put epoxy.
Okay.
So you have to prepare the floor so to have a good bonding.
Like with a pep talk and maybe like a picnic?
Yeah.
A little petting.
Like you see those
Some
videos
mixers.
online that DIY, like internet stuff. Yeah, it's fine. It's going to be nice. You go get your Home Depot epoxy and you wash it, but it's peeling off in a year or probably less, depends on the usage, because the floor is not well prepared. It's not
That's
about
good
just
to know.
it's not about just cleaning it. You need to prepare. We grind the floors with like mechanical grinders.
Same thing when we get our fingernails done. You know how they use the
Yeah.
grinder on our nails and it makes it attach and stay on longer?
Excellent. analogy.
Yeah, we grind the floor. It's like when you like doing your face to open the pores.
Yeah, yeah.
The face to put your stuff. I don't know. I say stuff because I don't even know. I don't use it. But you prepare the floor so the pores of the concrete get exposed, open, so the material bonds to it.
Okay.
So typically it's not a big deal. It's since we use the same machine, even if it's very clean, like your friend. So if it has some stuff, the grinder is going to remove more stuff. But you also have to consider if there is moisture, if there is things like that, that you need to use different type of like layers.
What about cracks,
protect
like
it.
small Grand Canyon cracks?
Now those are everywhere in Texas, by the way.
Yeah.
But no, when we prepare the floor, we seal those cracks.
Okay.
And then we put the epoxy. And I can tell you, a regular garage epoxy, it runs around $5.50 to $6 a square foot.
Okay.
Okay, if it's larger, things can be worked out. Small jobs is hard to work because there is not much room. But
Understood.
I think I've got my combination. I'm going to do the Maverick green with the sparkle blue.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's very
can work
fancy.
that out.
Okay. All right.
yeah,
Sweet. And then
Now I
Blake.
have great ideas for Christmas for my dad. So anybody that's got a mechanic for a dad, that's the perfect gift. Like
Oh
he
my
would love that.
gosh.
Yeah.
That is
It's
a good
genius
idea.
typically when
Dad, I hope you're
somebody
not
does
watching.
a lot of like mechanic, you will see the floor is full of grease or things like
Yeah,
that.
the oil and
With
everything.
this, you just clean it. It's not indestructible, but it protects from most things.
How long does it take for it to set once you throw all that stuff down?
I mean, the typical garage is 2-3 car garages. We do it in one day.
Really?
wow.
Yeah, but it takes 2 more days to cure.
Okay.
So typically your garage is out of commission for 3 days.
What if we have a know-it-all that went in there and tried to do it themselves, messed it up pretty bad, and then calls you like,
Is that know-it-all like stuck in the epoxy and he's like, can't get out?
help me?
Well, you're gonna get charged for your floor and for removing the other one because it has to be removed.
So at least you can remove it. You just use that grinder?
Oh yeah,
They're
there
not
are
stuck
ways
with
to
it for
remove
life.
Yes.
Gosh, well, that's good to know. Speaking of being stuck with it for life, I want to dive back into real estate a little bit and talking about the market. I think that I think that the average homeowner probably moves every 5 to 7 years. And I read that in an R magazine, and so it must be true. And I just want to say, you don't have to be stuck with the house that you're in. And there are different things you can do to increase your property value if you're thinking of getting it on the market. And I'm telling you, having those floors done in the garage, I have never showed a house and had the garage done and they did not notice and say something. It really adds the value, and it just makes it look better. I'd like to hear from an appraiser to see, how they would value that on top of a house, but I know that it's very eye-catching, and it does make it more desirable for the buyers.
Probably gives more value than solar right now.
Listen, solar's getting so weird. I think I had a listing, and God bless their heart. These are some of my favorite buyers, sellers. We're buying now. They were my sellers at the time. They had a knock on the door, and it was a guy who wanted to come do solars, and they were able to lease it, lease to buy. So they did lease to buy, and then the next month he listed it with me. So they owed all this money, and as title, you have to pay that off at closing. And so we had to negotiate that throughout the contract, and they would have had way more money for their house if they would not have had that burden of a loan. I guess burden of a, do I say loan? No, burden of a.
Yeah, it's a loan.
Burden of a loan that had to be negotiated and absorbed by somebody. And then the transfer over to the new buyer is such a nightmare, especially when there's a loan in play and it's all getting paid at closing, because then the company is like, wait, are you going to give me the money or not? Because we haven't got it yet. And I mean, it is a nightmare. So please, if you're out there and you're about to list your house, do not get solar as a lease. If you want to put it on there, I don't think it's a good idea. For resale purposes, I said what I said. But if you are like, cool, it's your journey, but do not do something that's a lease to own, because it is only going to come up the works and eventually end up hurting you with the sale of your property. These guys could have got more money, and they thought, hey, like the epoxy floors, this is something that's going to add value and make my house more desirable, and it's not necessarily true. Garage floors epoxy, yes.
Yeah,
lease for solars, no.
I'm going to tell you something. I mean, we do a lot of new houses. And I mean, people buy the house and they want to put the garage, the epoxy right away. So that's just that telling you that when you sell the house, if it has epoxy, probably it's going to help like with the sale. Now, I bought houses myself, and when you go see the house, they present the whole house and very nice, a stage and all that. In the garage, you walk in and like, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
This is where they kept all the crap from
and then you see those pictures from the realtors, and I had talked to a couple of friends about it. Like, they put tons of pictures of very nice staging and throughout the internet, and there is no picture of the garage. Why? Because typically they're just concrete, ugly.
Yeah.
But if you have a nice,
garage,
epoxy floor,
you can use
make garages
to make
sexy
more
again.
Yeah.
Make garages sexy.
It'll be like the kitchen for men.
There you go.
From now.
Make garages sexy again. I like that. That was a good one. You need to put that in some of your marketing material. That was our gift to you for free.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, there's no copyright.
That's all right.
Oh, what was the one that somebody said about the hole in your? Remember yesterday when we were doing our little, or Thursday when we were doing our little stand up for the BNI group? Somebody was like, a hole, whether it's a hole in your roof or a hole new roof. That was good.
Yeah.
I like that
a hole in your
one.
roof, a hole in your roof.
That was I thought that was the best one this week I heard, until I heard make garages sexy again. I think that one topped it. I love it. So now I want to make sure that if anybody out there is looking to make garages sexy again, that they know that they can reach out to that guy. And if you're looking to make title sexy, well, I can't help you, because title's just not sexy.
It's not.
But
the ladies who work in it are.
Very, very useful.
There you go.
Yeah.
But it can
Very necessary.
But they are very necessary, and what you really need is someone who's dedicated. And I just want to say that I've worked with Nikki in a different past life too. Me and her worked together, and I was a BD for her at another title company, and the title company was. Anyway, she did such a great job, and I got to watch firsthand how she worked files. And she answered her phone in the middle of the night, and she answered her text in the middle of the night, and she made a point to take a look at different things and drive home different points whenever it needed that extra attention. And she just gave me a whole new respect as a realtor for escrow officers because I didn't understand the struggle and the journey that you went through. And I just got to tell you, if anybody out there is listening that's a realtor, if you're worried about your file, just send an email, but do not call over and 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 over again, because if she is on the phone with you, she can't do what she needs to do. Stop calling. Stop it. Quit it. Just send an email. She'll get to you. If she's not going to get to you, it's because she's doing something for you. You know what I'm saying? She's probably talking to whoever it is that needs to get that, toward the solar company, trying to get them to send over that paper, to put on the CD. Guys, escrow officers work really hard. And Nikki is one of the best. And if you are somebody out there that wants to find a good company, UTB Title can drive it home for you. So,
Nikki, what's your internal clock on replying to an email?
Usually during the day, 30 minutes.
Nice.
But
that's fast.
Yeah.
if it's at night, usually a little bit sooner because I've got my email set up on my phone like most of us do, and I'm sitting at cheer or at the gym and doing my mom. No, that's what happens when you're a single parent and you take care of your two kids. You are always working, and it goes with the territory. There's times where, the season is busy and we're all working and learning. I met with a really great agent this week, and she's learning commercial. And had some questions about a transaction she had going on at a different title company, because you can't always direct it to the person you like working with. But we were able to help her out and make her feel a little more secure, and that was a great feeling.
So you helped her even though she wasn't able to bring the business to you. She came to you when it was already in place somewhere else and asked for your guidance.
Yep.
Because she wasn't getting the guidance that she needed there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you can't always trust everybody. Some of them will steer you wrong. And it's always good to have somebody you trust in your back pocket to pick up the phone or send a text message to and say, hey, I have a question about this. I know you guys don't have it, but can you tell me if they're guiding me correctly with this transaction? And so that's always good to have that connection with somebody, and that's what I'm there for. So
it's all about relationships.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nikki, you're the best.
I try. I have my moments.
And a lot of times, I hate to say this, but a lot of times I think it's about the people, not necessarily the brand or the company. It's about the people. That's where business really thrives. And I think that UTB is just so lucky to have you. And I think that you really make them shine. And I'm just grateful to be able to do business with you in that realm. But also, just your network and the people that you work with is really important. So anybody out there that's trying to bump up their business, generate more leads, find a way to just get more out of 2024, it has a lot to do with who you're working with. If you're not the smartest person in the room, remember that saying, if you're not the smartest person in the room, leave the room. Wait.
You want to be the least smartest in the room.
You got it right.
I want to be the dumbest in the room. Wait,
yes.
Wait, what is it? I think I'm in the right room, first off. You don't want to be the smartest person in the room, because if you are, you need to find a different room, because we always, especially in the real estate industry, things are always changing, and we always need to be trying to progress and search for knowledge and to learn new things, whether it's with AI and what's going on there, whether it's with different ways to protect our clients from hackers, or whether it's ways to just make our houses look a little bit better so that we can get the most value for them. Whenever we're collaborating with people that are like-minded and have that drive to do right by others, and I think that's when we actually find success.
Yep.
I also want to just tell y'all guys about my Yuck Monkey a little bit. Red Zone Mortgage.
Yuck monkey.
Yuck. Yuck.
Yuck monkey.
Red Zone Mortgage sponsors classes for me to teach.
Yes,
and
continuing education.
Yeah, I'm actually able to do a CE class
She's
on
good.
marketing.
She's real good.
I paid him to
Really
say that.
Good.
They are able to provide CE classes and allow me to be an instructor. Remember earlier when I said if I could create, that's what I would do, just exclusively? Well, they allow me to go in and teach other realtors and small businesses how to create, and those realtors can get that 2-hour CE. So if you're a brokerage, if you're somebody out there that wants to get your agents up to speed so that they're not falling behind, because I'm telling you, if you're not familiar with how to do marketing and on top of what AI, at least have a little bit of it, you're going to fall behind, because that's where everybody else is going. And there's so much muscle behind it that we can use to make things faster. And that's what it's about. We need things to be faster so we can spend more time with our clients and our one-on-one and developing more leads. So consider marketing. Consider making your marketing better. Consider calling me and Mike and letting us come in and do a CE class, because I love teaching. I love being helpful. And I mean, half the time I try to do it for them anyway, you know. But I mean, they can learn a lot. And anybody who's been to my class, I'm sure can contest it. You know, there's always something that they're going to pick up in there. So consider it. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, it's the whole theory of working smarter and not harder.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
and they
the
help
importance-
tremendously.
The importance of finding the person that has the knowledge and that continued education. And if you're the trainer, I assume you continue educating yourself.
I love
So
at night.
it's
That's what
about-
I'm doing. At
She's
night,
a
I'm
learning
watching.
computer.
At night, I'm watching the new Canva videos, and I'm seeing what the new AI articles are talking about. Like I'm the one reading that. I geek out on it. I enjoy that stuff.
I get the what she produces, like when she's experimenting, she sends it to me first. So I'm not only am I a yuck monkey, but I'm a test monkey. It's great.
That's monkey.
Yeah,
It's true.
good
No
stuff.
animals are
I call
harmed
it
during
guinea
the
I'm jealous
testing.
now. I need a pet monkey. I need a pet monkey to try things out on.
No,
so.
Bieber had one and things didn't work out well for him. So
Yeah,
it has to be a
no.
specific kind of monkey, yuck monkey.
I
It's
need
the
a
only
yuck
kind of
monkey.
it's the only kind of monkey. Or one with the
Did Michael
tambourine.
Jackson have one? Is that the same monkey? The Bieber monkey and the Michael Jackson monkey?
Did Michael Jackson? I feel like I do remember him having a monkey.
Bubbles.
But it can't
His
be the
name was
same
Bubbles,
one.
I believe.
You know, the only reason I know that is because of South Park. Speaking
Oh,
of,
South Park.
guys, we're going to take it. This show was knocked out of the park thanks to y'all, so I'm very grateful. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your Friday. And for all of your home needs, well, we're here to help. We'll catch you on the next time. Bye.
Red Zone Mortgage.
Chicka chicka.